Okay, today we're going to do some work in the style of this artist, which will allow you to start using the pen tool to cut shapes from the face, not just using circles, squares and triangles. So we're going to get some more interesting shapes, and you can adapt this to whatever you want. You don't have to use flowers and plants, that's just what this artist has used. So obviously you'll have to understand how to get a good portrait in the style of Montoya with these sort of angles and shapes. These are some of the other examples that she's done. This is how you make the image with the face lifted off and flowers sprouting from the face. And these are some of the images you can use. So what I've done is I picked this image on the left and I have placed it in Photoshop. So I have this example here, which is I'm just going to put here, so, wrong one, I'm going to just put it, there's the image I'm using, and this is my example next to it, so I can see what I'm aiming for. And instead of using any of these tools down here, which are going to give you circles, squares, and geometric shapes, you're going to cut the shape yourself. So you use the pen tool. Let's just try doing the eyes first of all. So the pen tool on path mode, and you simply get to here and get your pen tool and line it up and try and follow the contours of the face. So you go from there to there and you can bend and you will see that it bends. Then you need to go press Alt and click there to remove that little handle. Otherwise what will happen is that Photoshop will try and follow all your curves. You want to be in control of the curves. So I'm going to do that. And press Alt and follow and click the handle. Then I'm going to get them all the way over here and bend. So we're kind of creating almost a mask which we're going to lift off. Alt, click. I'm going to go straight now, I think. And then I'm going to go from there round to here and bend. So it almost looks like a mask. And then Alt and click. And then I'm just going to come down the side of the face, pretty close to the edge. Do really small clicks, it will take you right down the edge. And then back to the beginning. And when you've got that path, you need to make the selection, no feather, and OK. That is your mask. If you want to put it on a new layer, still there. Right, if you want to put that on a new layer, you go to layer, you will see that you've got layer options. New layer, and then layer via copy or layer via cut. In this case you want layer via cut. So that's now cut to a new layer. You'll be able to see that in your, let me get rid of this, you'll be able to see that in your layers. There it is. There it is, and there's your background. So if I move this now on that layer, I can move this away like that. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe get a flower. So if I go to this PowerPoint, I'm just going to pick the first one I see. So if I get this one, copy, go to Photoshop, File, New, Clipboard, Create, Edit, Paste, there's my flower. Obviously I don't want the white background, so I'm going to ask Photoshop to select the subject. Now it's selected the subject. I can then move that with this, drag it up here, drag it back down here, let go, it's in this image. I'm going to move it so one's above the other. Edit, transform, scale, wrong layer, edit, transform, scale, and I'm going to make this a bit smaller. We can start to sort of have the idea of the flowers coming out of the background. There are lots of clever things you can do to make this look like it's coming out of there. You're basically putting things on different layers, tucking them in the background, into the back, and things like that. You can also, once you've got that one, you can of course repeat that layer, duplicate that layer, OK, and then you've instantly got two flowers. Edit, transform, scale, make them slightly different, maybe edit, transform, rotate so they're slightly different, and you can start building it up like that. Okay, so we've got something happening which is a bit like the Montoya piece, and if you want to have a go at this, just download this PowerPoint and copy these images and then file new, edit, paste into Photoshop, and then you can work with them at My Pictures to start with. Okay, take you back to Photoshop to finish. And there we are, cutting shapes out using the pen tool, remembering to press Alt so that you can get nice curves.